Holy cow, it is late Sunday night, and Daily Mail broke the story that Ghislaine Maxwell, former girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein, I'll go ahead and show you a picture right here, former girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein, would, quote, welcome the chance to tell the American public the truth regarding the client list, the Epstein files, everything. Let's go ahead and dive into the story, what Daily Mail is talking about, what are some additional facts, what's some additional context, what's my opinion, and everything regarding Ghislaine Maxwell and this Daily Mail piece that broke late Sunday night. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So it's Sunday night, obviously, and the story breaks by just saying that Ghislaine Maxwell would be willing to speak in front of Congress about the Epstein files. Now, why is this so important? Because just last week, the FBI, I'm sure you guys have already heard, has claimed that there is no client list. And she's currently the only one behind bars. Jeffrey was behind bars. Obviously, he's no more. How he is no behind bars no more is up for you to decide. But Ghislaine is currently the only one behind bars. I believe she's serving for 20 years. She was convicted in 2022. According to sources, Ghislaine was never offered a plea deal, meaning there aren't any this is kind of my interpretation of it. There aren't any backroom deals that we're aware of, meaning that she couldn't testify, meaning she would, if she didn't testify, she got a lesser sentence, something like that. So she is still able to testify because I believe she's serving as long as she could. So if she were to testify, perhaps it would be like a quid pro quo and she'd be able to get a lesser sentence. Quote, she said she would welcome the source. It just says a source close to Maxwell said. The source is unnamed. So this could be completely false. That's really important to know. This entire story from Daily Mail could be false, but nonetheless, it could be like a breath of fresh air for the American people if this were to come to fruition. Let's keep going. Quote, she would welcome the chance to tell the American people the truth. So in my opinion, she would do this in exchange for an early release when she has her appeal coming up. So that's something to definitely be paying attention to. In 2000, now this is other important context. In 2007, Epstein made a plea deal where he agreed to plead guilty to 2 minor charges of prostitution in a sweetheart deal. In this deal, Ghislaine wouldn't have been prosecuted according to her. So Epstein made a deal that he would plead guilty, and according to her, she shouldn't have been prosecuted with this plea deal from Epstein. Now, I want to talk about something really important. Obviously, the FBI or the DOJ released the surveillance footage of, I believe it was 10 or 12 hours of Jeffrey Epstein's cell, and there's a minute missing. Now, I've heard a lot of people speculate why, but I want to go ahead and share with you guys what Pam Bondi's official response to why this footage is missing. Let's go ahead and take a listen to what I have right here. Let me go ahead and share my screen so that you guys are able to hear it. And then you guys, I want to give her the chance to explain why there's a missing minute. So let's go ahead and listen.
That's it on Epstein. Every year, every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every year, every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
Okay, so as far as I'm aware, we haven't gotten the additional video or documentation that the prison, those cameras do that specifically. That's just what Attorney General Pam Bondi has said, which I think it's fair to hear her point of view on that. I just want to try to get both perspectives here. Okay, let's keep going with her summary. So a source close to Maxwell told Daily Mail that the former girlfriend of Epstein, who continues to protest her innocence, would welcome the chance to sit in front of Congress and tell her story. The source said congressional hearings have been held into everything from JFK assassination to 9/11. The Epstein files rank up there with those cases. Ghislaine would be willing to speak before Congress and tell her story. The President Trump's former first buddy, Elon Musk, which is a funny title to give Elon, sensationally claimed that there is a cover-up because Trump is mentioned in the Epstein files. Obviously, Elon has since deleted that tweet. Sources close to Maxwell say is a false flag. The article continues and says President Trump was photographed with Epstein several times. Obviously, I can show you some of those photographs here. Let me pull those up. So you have this one. Let me go ahead and share my screen really quick. You have this picture right here. There's a ton, but you have this picture right here with Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell. President Trump was photographed with Epstein several times, and they ran in the same circles, but Trump was one of the first to break all contact with Epstein because they fell out over a business deal and Epstein's treatment of women, the informed source said. The source continues to say there are no big shocks about President Trump and the Epstein files, but there are a lot of powerful men involved and a lot of money, and it will come down to following the money. So that's kind of what happened with this Daily Mail story tonight. I wanted to go ahead and break it down for you guys, give you guys some additional context. I thought that clip from Pam Bondi was interesting. We'll see what comes of that. Obviously, you've also seen that video was exported a couple of other times, according to some other sources. So I don't think the story is over quite yet. If Ghislaine goes in front of Congress, it'll be one of the most watched streams or episodes in American history, I think, because everybody's dying to know who is in the client list and why is it held so closely. And now the FBI has to decide if there is no client list, they need to figure out some way to prove it to gain the American people's trust. Or if there is a client list, then they have to explain why they said there wasn't. So the FBI and the DOJ are put in a really tough spot here. So is Trump. He's lost there was a lot of MAGA following that was really upset with his response yesterday over the whole Epstein client list. He just kind of said, like, forget about Epstein. We have more important things to work on, which a lot of people were extremely upset with. So I just wanted to give you guys as much of the context as I could from this Daily Mail article, because you're going to see a lot coming out tomorrow. So if you guys wouldn't mind, if you guys enjoyed this perspective, consider subscribing. Thanks so much.